You know what? Is it live?
Hey everyone, I hope you can hear me. I'm Maria Isabel.
Hello.
We are here with Rafał Trądzinski, our CEO.
You're almost better with my second name, but still needs some work. And the music, I almost started to vibe to it, which is going to be the word for today. So yeah, pretty much excited. I'm Rafał, I'm CEO of Digital First AI. Maria is with me. It's not the last webinar that we are going to do for that topic. We're starting with something more general, like to kind of inspire you what vibe marketing is. It's a big shift and the whole marketing industry. So what used to take weeks, months, sometimes years, now can take days, hours, sometimes minutes, and sometimes seconds. So we will show it to you. Oh,
Wow.
was it the one you wanted to hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So anyways, let's give it a few, maybe 2 more minutes so people can join. What are the rules for today? Basically, you can ask questions, but we have a bit of a lag, like probably 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. So we won't answer that immediately, but please ask questions. There's a lot of things to show today. So hopefully it will be enough for you to understand like why vibe marketing is huge. We will probably use 2 examples for brands. One is going to be the Milka chocolate, and we'll see if we have enough time. We might jump into some other use cases. Okay, do we have people already on the stream? Are they joining?
And for those who are joining us, hello guys. I would love also to know if you already know what vibe marketing is. If you know, let us know in the comments, because anyway, we'll be explaining through this live. So we are basically a vibe marketing platform, and it's a new concept. People don't understand exactly how it works, but we are here to explain everything and in practice. So
maybe for the start, if some of the people who are already in can tell us where are they based now. As you can see, there's almost dark behind me, and there's some time differences between me and Maria. And for some of you, it might be still day. So I'm curious to hear like where are the people coming from, and we will start in a minute probably.
Yeah.
And Maria, if you can tell me some of the comments, because I'm not seeing them right now, as I will screen share. So I will also ask you to help me with that.
Of course, we have Anil in London, Greg, of course, in Poland, Pavel, imagine in Poland as well. And yeah, I think we have 20 people. I think so we can start.
That is awesome. Okay, so first of all, there won't be any slides. We're jumping straight to the product, jumping straight to action. I am brave enough to do this live for you today. Some of the people told me not to do this live, but I think this is the beauty of it, when you actually see it getting done. We could have some errors, something might not work, but still, I want to show it to you, like how actually we use this for ourselves, for our clients. And we'll also share some examples later after we finish this webinar. So everything that we will generate in this live webinar, we will share it with you. So we're actually going to have access to this. We have also some special deal for all the ones that are attending this webinar.
Yeah.
And so, but we will tell you about that probably in the last few more minutes. Also, in the last 10 minutes, we will answer some of the questions that you will ask during the webinar. Let's start it. I'm pretty excited. I cannot wait to show everything that we have prepared for you today. And by the way, I'm already showing the tool. So the thing that I'm presenting, for some of you that have already used this, you could be familiar with it. For some of you that are seeing this for the first time, don't worry, you'll get everything along the way. First of all, what is vibe marketing? Vibe marketing is something that basically is having a big moment today. It is inspired by vibe coding. I'm not sure if you're familiar with vibe coding, the tools like Lovable, like Cursor, like Bolts. You naturally explain what you want to build with AI, and actually an agent will pick it up from you and start building this for you. And for marketers, it's somehow similar, but also somehow different. One marketer does the job of 10. With the right AI tools, basically, you can become pretty much powerful. Like marketing agencies, they need 20 people. Now, if a person is a vibe marketer, that person can do a lot. Say something, add something, see something, run something, and automate something. So this is like how we are trying to kind of explain what vibe marketing is. And say something, the first step is basically you naturally explaining. You might talk to your phone, you might prompt this, you might just explain some of the ideas that you have. You might copy and paste some notes that you have and you want to build for your next marketing campaign. You brief AI by saying. Then you're adding something. So let's say your first generation of a marketing strategy is okay, but you have some documents. And then by adding, you can just drag and drop, let's say some PDFs or social listening reports or some marketing channel analysis exports. Just drag and drop it, connect it, and you start adding. By the third step, which is like see something, now we are going into different kind of visuals. So not only you can generate like images for social media channels, you can actually do that now on scale, which means that if you upload one product for mockup, from that one product mockup, you can build creative assets that are ready to be launched on any marketing channel in a span of few minutes. Test multiple variations. So it's the same, it's a follow-up. So now if you want to localize any creative assets for different regions, for different languages, for different personas, now we can build a workflow that will basically generate multiple assets, like from hundreds to even thousands, in a span of few minutes. And that's also possible with the vibe marketing trend and the category that is going to stay with us probably forever. And finally, automate something. So with the processes that I have described, starting from your data, answering a few questions, then building some creative concepts, for example, and then visualizing those concepts. This is a workflow. This is like a thinking process. So with the right tools, including digital first AI, obviously, now you are able to save this whole methodology or this process into a workflow and regenerate it anytime you have an idea or initiative for marketing campaign. So to first of all familiarize you with the tool, I decided to explain what digital first AI is in our first AI example. So here on the left side, I have a lot of tools that we have integrated. There are text models, image models, research scrapers, video models, and all of that. But we also have a data room. So for example, here I have my own website, Digital Force AI, that I'm now going to connect and actually explain what Digital Force AI is with AI. Why should I do this? So I decided I just drag and drop my website. This is basically our website, Digital First AI website here. I did this before. And now I connected this to the node and I configure, I pick my model. And now I want to explain what Digital First AI is using this example. Introduce Digital First AI to the webinar viewers. We are showing this live. Do this in first person. Make it entertaining and funny. You can use GIFs. So now I'm saving this. In this workflow, I connected my website, and then I created a blog that is going to create content for me based on the website I have added as an example. It's going to start just in a second.
And the AI can be really creative when you ask to. So really curious to see what it comes.
Exactly. And this is actually the whole idea behind Digital First AI. We are going to basically build some blocks. And based on that, we are going to add some data, like my website. And then we are going to generate this, like we have the example here. Hey there, I'm Digital First AI. Welcome to this live webinar. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with all you amazing marketing minds today. If I had a physical form, I'd be doing jazz hands right now. What am I? Great question. What do I actually do? Visual workflows, data room, content generation, marketing research. ROI, I've got you covered. These are some of our patterns that you will notice when you start using this tool, such as 200% boost in marketing execution. Don't just take my word for it. You're going to find some testimonials and basically insert take my money GIF. This is here. So this is an example like how I connected the website to a prompt that I asked naturally to explain what my website is. I ask it to be funny. I ask it to be entertaining. And what we can do next is basically run the same process, but with something that's going to be more visual, or something that is going to use some HTML code. And actually, it's going to start. This is the same step that I just did, but the difference is that I asked it to generate a one-pager about Digital First AI. So as you can see now, the agent, we're using Claude 3.7 here, by the way, in this example. Instead of building like a document, now we are building an actual dashboard. It's still generating that is going to show what Digital First AI is on that blog. We're going to share this with you. I'm not going to read it right now. I just wanted to show you the idea of actually how you can work with existing data that you have, such as PDFs, such as websites. You can quickly build products out from this. But this is not exactly vibe marketing, to be honest. This is just a workflow builder. And the use case that I want to actually focus on, we're going to start from scratch. So I'm going to our project view. I'm creating a new whiteboard. I'm going to call it Milka New Flavors. And instead of me drag and dropping things like I did before, where I had to drag and drop my website, when I had to choose a model like Claude 3.7, when I had to write prompts, vibe marketing is something next level, which basically does it for you. You don't need to know what prompting is. You don't need to know which tools are better. Basically, every new week, there's like a new leader for everything. Sometimes there's a new leader for research. Sometimes there's a new leader for image generations, like the recent GPT-4o announcement. So we don't think that marketers should basically think about it. What marketers should think about is what they want to build. So I have created an example that I'm going to explain now. Really simple, naturally, without any technical knowledge. As you can see here, this is basically the input that we are going to use. I want to create 3 new chocolate flavors for the Milka brand. It will respond to the current needs of Generation Z, in line with current food trends. There's a typo. It's not really a problem. List flavors that are unique compared to the competitors. At the end, prepare a visualization of packaging shots with the 3 new flavors. Yeah. And this is it. So what we actually explain here is that we want to build a new product, but we want this new product to be aligned with what Generation Z feels. And we also want this to be aligned with current food trends. And also first, we'd like to conduct market research that will look for the competitors and their product offering to make sure that the new product that we're going to generate now is going to be actually a differentiator in market for Milka. So now I'm clicking here. You'll see that my ask is going here. And what happens now is our AI agent is going to ask questions just to make sure that what it thinks you know and you want is aligned to what we are going to build. So there's 4 questions. Sometimes there could be less, sometimes it could be more. Which specific competitors should we consider when creating unique flavors for Milka? To be honest, I don't really know. So I'm going to answer, you decide. Second, maybe not you decide. Conduct your own research. Second, do you have any preferences or restrictions regarding ingredients? Should we consider plant-based options, avoid certain allergens, etc.? No. 3, do you have any preferences? Oh no, the second question was different, sorry. It was, are there any particular Gen Z food trends you'd like to focus? You decide. 3, that was the no answer. And 4, for the packaging visualization, do you have any specific requirements for design style or elements that should be included? You can decide. I wanted to go basically 100% freestyle. I wanted to build the best kind of example we can do. So now I answered those 4 questions. And this is Vibe Marketing, by the way. This is how you are going to work with the tool. So look what happened now. We have 17 steps of the process that a marketer would build. So first of all, we want to research Milka brand's history, values, and current product lineup. As you can see, I didn't ask it to do this. It's basically something that the AI and the agent is already trained with. Then we want to research major chocolate competitors and their product offering. Then research Gen Z food preferences and current food trends, because you remember I included that I want this new chocolate flavor to be aligned with Gen Z. Then we're going to analyze market gaps and opportunities for unique flavors. So here we're trying to differentiate us from the others. Then in the 5th step, we're developing a concept for first unique flavor targeting Gen Z. Then we are doing the same with the 2nd unique flavor. And then we're doing the same with the 3rd unique flavor targeting Gen Z. And the next step is we are creating a detailed profile for each of the concepts. We're generating packaging design for the first flavor, 2nd and 3rd one. And actually, the final step would be to create a final presentation with all 3 packaging shots together. So when I was explaining this, that's the moment, Maria, you should like turn on the sound with the claps or something, I don't know, like a trumpet. Oh yeah, you actually did it. No, I was kidding, Don't do that.
While it's being built, you could explain why you use the AI bot instead of dragging and drop from the left menu, because we have Julius who just asked this, what would be if you would be drag and dropping?
Sure. So basically, if I was drag and dropping this from this list on the left, I would have to manually prompt it. I would have to manually choose the LLMs, and I would have to manually connect it So as you can see here with all the connections, let me zoom in. The AI already did connections. I'm going to hide it now because I don't want to overcomplicate the visual screen now. But this is the difference. Like an agent, basically in the chat, is going to help you develop workflows quicker, because basically we don't want our users to think like how to build a workflow, because this could be complicated. We can help them build it. So the agent and the whole vibe marketing is around just explaining your ideas, not thinking about all those technical limitations, I would say. And this is what, like, how we define vibe marketing. And the beauty of this process, what happens now, I think you see all those three groups, right? So in the first group, the agent is collecting research. In the second group, we are developing flavors. And in the third group, we are developing visualization of those flavors. So not only it built all those, it actually also grouped into pieces. And the next point would be probably export this to a presentation, or generate slides from it, or generate a landing page based on the concept that we have. And we're going to do some of those, by the way, exercises. Let me look into some of the generations, because as you will see here, we are still in the process of generating them. I can already see some ideas for the flavors, by the way, but I don't want to spoil it. Yeah. So with those blocks, you can drag it, and you can also make it big. You can put it somewhere else. You can like do it like that. Each of those is basically like a small document. Also, each of those documents can be saved. So if you look at the block, you have some icons here. So for example, when I click here, now I have saved this into the project, and I will show that soon. But first of all, let me check what is the result of our research. I can see that the agent picked perplexity. And actually, we have like 3 or 4 documents. The first is brand analysis of Milka. So we're analyzing what kind of products they already offer. And this is the first thing. What is very important for you to know is that every time we provide research, you'll always find sources. So we can basically double click on that and check where we found this knowledge. Chocolate competitors analysis. So we have Lind. Also, as you can see here, we provide all the differentiators, what is the product line and the flavor profiles. So we're trying to find some data about how our new product is going to be based on something that's already existing. So we want to be different. Cadbury, Toblerone, Ferrero Group, and things like that. Also, once again, you will also get a summary at the end. So let's look at the summary, because I think it looks nice, actually. Summary table of our competition. What are the signature products? The truffles, dairy milk, Brusher, Kinder, the bars. What's the USP? What's the segment they're targeting? And what are the recent trends aligned with the product? So I think this. Yeah.
Could add the comparators. The AI bot was able to identify only from that initial prompt.
Yeah, it's just from the first prompt that I did for the agent, where I told it to list flavors that are unique compared to the competitors, and this is why the agent picked it up and started to build those research documents. And then what we have, this is important, is Gen Z food trends analysis. So this is actually a pretty important document. I guess when I show it to you, you will see that everything is connected. Here we are defining what are the flavor profiles appealing to Gen Z. Some preferences in confectionery, health and sustainability considerations, some examples of successful Gen Z targeted products. So we can already kind of understand some companies who did that before. And so this is a document that we're going to use as an input to our flavor generation. Then there is a document that is basically, you can see that here. It's connected to all those 3 documents that I just explained, and this is like a document for the market gap analysis. So we have identified some gaps that we could use as a trigger for the starters of our flavor generation. Basically, yeah, I don't want to read it all. I also share that with you, but basically there are some conclusions based on the research the agent did. Let me show some examples of the prompts maybe, because I told you that you don't have to prompt it at all. And when you actually click into configure, you'll see some of the prompts that our agent is building for itself. So the research questions, the key concepts, the context, the scope, everything that would probably take a lot of hours for you to build it like this. Even with AI, with Vibe marketing, it's simplified. So the first group was the research. Now let's get a little more creative.
Wow.
Okay. No, we're not spoiling that. We're not spoiling that at all, because I first need to understand what flavors are we doing, right? So first flavor concept, new Milka chocolate flavor concept for Gen Z. The flavor name, the Zen Zest Chocolate Experience. We have some key ingredients: alpine milk chocolate, yuzu citrus infusion, and things like that. The flavor profile, unique selling point, flavor fusion, Gen Z appeal and trend alignment. So look, all the flavors are aligned with the documents that we did. And actually you can see that connection here. So this is like how it transferred data from one stage to another stage. So adventurous tastes appeals to Gen Z desire for novel and diverse flavors. Wellness trend incorporates elements that resonate with Gen Z interest in health and wellness. I guess if we were looking into the research findings, there were some references of that. I like the third one, and I think this is important: social sharing. So unique visual and sensory attributes make it ideal for sharing on social media platforms, tapping into Gen Z digital lifestyle. So for a chocolate, I guess, we know this Dubai example of the viral chocolate and how viral it went because it was sociable, shareable. So this is exactly what we're doing in the first flavor. Trend alignment, consumption occasion, snacking, gifting, social sharing. So I guess this is also aligned with something with which we did. So the Zen Zest chocolate experience is the first flavor. Then let me check what is here. Our second flavor concept, umami, cocoa, symphony. So this is, and the structure is the same. If you click here, you can see actually that this is GPT generation. Based on the market gap analysis and the first flavor concept, develop a second unique flavor concept for Milka chocolate targeting Gen Z consumers. Please create a catchy, marketable name for this new flavor, a detailed description, the unique selling points. So this is the same structure as for the first flavor, but imagine how much time we saved in, first of all, doing the research. It probably took us, I don't know, 3 minutes. Then developing a structure for the concept generation, and then creating 3 flavors. So we did this in the last 10 minutes, maybe 5. I'm not sure how long I'm doing this already. But this is how you vibe, basically. So the cocoa symphony flavor profile, it's even defined here. What are the flavor notes? What are the complementary flavors? What is the sweetness level? What is the flavor intensity? What is the progression? So basically all the necessary, and there's even ingredient breakdown. So we have approximate in proportions to show it, like what is going to be inside this chocolate. And finally, the third flavor, which is Berry Zen Crunch, okay? It's the same structure. I don't want to go once again here. You got the point. We basically, based on Gen Z research and the market gap analysis, we just generated 3 concepts. So let's see what actually is the outcome. Let me just first check if this is finished. Yeah, it is finished. I can already see that we generated some mockups here. In this block, we are asking AI to actually generate prompts for images. So let me just make it slightly bigger. This is our first one. This is our second idea.
And it's interesting how it really managed to catch the Milka branding, even without needing to add any type of data, just by prompting the AI.
Exactly.
Really powerful.
So from those ideas, we actually generated those mockups that are showing like the visualization parts. And of course, this is not the end of this, because now we can turn this into marketing campaigns, into marketing personas. And let me actually show some examples what we can do with data that we have already collected. And now we can take over and start building stuff on that same board. Let me just quickly generate something. I'm just going to go to another place. I'm going to copy and paste one template. So let's say that I want to build some segmentation. So who is actually going to buy this chocolate, right? So what I can do is I'm going to create a new node. I'm going to drag and drop it. I want to attach my first concept. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pick Quick Cloud 3.7 based on provided concept, generate customer segmentation using the same use Milka brand colors. So now what I did is basically I connected one of the ideas that we've generated, and now I am building segments for our campaign. Segment first, adventurous. Segment second, wellness. Segment three, social media influencers. And now we are building an analysis of each of those segments. So what are the customer points? What are the value proposition for each of them? And what are the same goes for each of it. I also developed some brand voice, discover your Zen, taste the zest, adventurous, mindful, vibrant, global, authentic. And this is very important because now, of course, we are going to attach it to something else. So, so we have now customer segments. Now I want to focus, let's say, on the adventurous Gen Z. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach another template that I preferred before. And now I'm building a marketing persona based on that segmentation and based on that concept. And also I'm attaching my template that you will also be able to use whenever you need this. I have prepared the prompt, so I'm going to do this quickly now. Based on provided concept, generate a marketing persona using the same HTML layouts I just provided. So look what happens now. Oh, and let's say that we want to focus on adventurous Gen Z, which is the first segment. Focus on segment 1, adventurous Gen Z. I'm clicking generate. And look what happens now. Marketing persona for Zen Zest Chocolate Adventurous Gen Z. Mia Zhang, the flavor explorer. We are now defining all the characteristics and all the personality traits, including things like that. Look, the agent is now assessing our future user. So we're now building like synthetic personas based on the concept that we've provided. What we can do with this is basically you can save it, you can export this. It's also aligned with Milka brand when you see the color. And this is ridiculous. Like, the things you can build in the span of a few minutes based on some actual data that we've generated you can now build things like that pretty easily.
Because
And
in
this
the end,
template,
you're always in control of the process. It's incredible to see how AI creates, but you're always controlling, even to select the persona and everything.
pretty much like everything that I did here is something that I predefined before. But if we build this for a brand and we had another idea of the structure, let's say we don't need to have goals and frustrations, but we would like to have quotes or things like that. It's just a matter of me adding one sentence to this, and this whole template can be changed to whatever is your, let's say, requirement. So we now built some flavors. We now built some ideas. We have also some of the packagings visualized. What we can start building is a marketing campaign, basically. And let me go to one tab here. I'm not sure if you are familiar with the concept of the pirate funnels. So let's think of what would be our campaign like for the, maybe let's now change the second concept, this symphony. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to create a new idea here. Based on provided concept, generate a pirate funnel using the same HTML layout. Once again, I attached a layout here. And now I'm attaching our second idea. Where was it? It's right here. No, this is the third flavor. I'm looking for the second one. Okay, I got this. So our second flavor is basically here. So now we're getting more into planning of the campaign, actually, because until now we were kind of thinking of who's our user, what personality is that user, and now we are trying to plan like how we are actually build a campaign for that new user. So the pirate funnel, it's a template. It's called a pirate because it's AARRR, which is basically R, which is like a pirate sound. So with this template, we quickly connected this to two nodes of data, which was just the concept and basically the segment. And now we have built some growth drivers and metrics. So acquisition, activation, retention, referral, revenue. And for each of it, I have some ideas. Social media teasers with close-up visuals of unique ingredients, limited edition packaging, flavor pairing guides, share the umami. So I guess the umami was something that was on that concept.
Yeah.
Friend referral discounts, collaborative tasting party kits, UGC competitions. And for revenue, premium pricing strategy, bundle offers with other Milka products, subscription options, limited collector editions. So basically, as you see, we are trying to now understand what can we do around this concept, also with some metrics. And basically, it's just like the three pieces of strategy and the campaign that I did now. You can basically now take this and reuse it for any different brand, for any different initiative. It's just a template that is already predefined with the code. Okay, so something that I need to also show is whenever you find something that you really like and you'd like to save it for future use. So for example, let's say that we like this major global chocolate competitors to Milka. I now click here to save this. Let me go back to the project, and you will see here that now this one document is saved into the project. So now I can actually focus on that one. If I want to work with documents, I can quickly save it, and I can actually make it stay here forever. And also the same happens to the images. So let's say that you really like this one, which I don't, which I do, which I don't, which I absolutely do. And now I'm going to click save here once again, and you will see that it is now added to the files. So now I can actually save this to my computer and use it in a presentation or wherever. But this is not the end. in terms of like the visuals. So now let's say that I want to create some ads from it. Maria, which of the visualizations do you like the most?
I like the Zen Zest. For me, it's very catchy.
Okay. So I'm taking this one. And now I'm going into images. Basically, as I told you here, you have a list of all the tools that we have built so far. And I'm drag and dropping GPT, the latest model. We added this actually last week. So it's kind of new, but I already wanted to show to you what you can do with this. So I really like this one. And now I have some ideas. So for example, I connected it here. I'm clicking configure, and I'm writing a prompt. Let's make it very easy. Create a creative ad design formatted for Instagram story using the concept and backshot attached. I just remembered that I need to also attach the concept. So the zest was the first. Yeah. So I'm taking this one, and I'm also attaching the explanation of the concept that we built. It's going to take some time, so it's not immediately generating. Sometimes it can be a minute, sometimes it can take more than a minute and a half, but let's wait for it. I think it's going to be worth it. But in the same time, let's add more. So second image, third image. I'm also connecting this one here. I'm also connecting this one here. And I want to build something similar. So create a creative ad design formatted for the last one was Instagram. So now let's do meta using the concept and backshot attached. Horizontal. Let's change the dimension. So let's see whether it's going to work. But let's localize it. Why not? Translate to Spanish.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. Can you speak Spanish?
Sí, señor.
Okay. Don't ask me, please. Okay. I need to drag the concept also. So the image is aligned with what we have created. Generate. Let it generate now. And the last one, let's what we can do. Here, we're going to have Instagram here. We're going to have Meta here. So the next one, we can create maybe a landing page mockup.
Yeah, it sounds a good idea for that
Mockup.
I have to promote it in landing page.
Landing page in browser. Be creative. Let this look visually stunning, modern, and representing colors, match graphic. Graphic must be used in hero. Let's say create different graphic for other places of the landing page. Okay. Now I click generate. I think I can refresh this site now so we can see if the images are ready.
And while they are being created, just a reminder that we always can do this manually, so we can have control of the process, but there are also templates and the AI-bot. So many different ways of creating and owning your process. So I think this is very important, especially in vibe marketing, because you have your operation systems working automatically.
Yep. Look what happened here, because this might seem natural, but it's not easy to do this something like that. Like, look what happened. I asked it to create an Instagram story, basically, based on the packshot we have created. And this packshot is actually transferred to the ad. So it's not generated something different. And that would be the normal case with AI. but we can actually use the same existing pack shots that either would be AI generated, or you can actually upload your own mockups and your own product photo shots and use this as an input to those whiteboards and those processes. In this example, we basically generated this with AI. So I use this as an input, but if you drag and drop any kind of pack shots to the same kind of to the same board, you can use your own existing product as an input to this workflow. What happened here? Okay, we started to generate some mockups. Horizontal, okay. Is this in Spanish?
Yes, sí, señor. It's in Spanish.
Okay. It was smart enough not to translate the product, by the way, because now I was curious if it's going to transfer it to the product as well. So a quick summary: what happened now? First of all, I asked the agent and the tool to build new concept flavors for Gen Z based on actual research. So first of all, the integrations that we have can provide those. Then we started to develop those concepts based on the data that we generated. Let me once again show the connections, because maybe it will show the whole data flow in a better way. We generated 3 flavors. Then the AI built some prompts for the images itself, and we had 3 images. Then I started to play a bit with the content we have. So I had an idea to build customer segments, I had an idea to build a marketing persona, and I had an idea for a funnel. And that was my natural idea that I usually do. But I could take this to any different place. I could basically build content for the next 30 days for Instagram. I could easily even turn those images into videos, because basically we also have Kling.ai. So we don't have that much time, but if we had, I could basically show it to you, like, how can we make those assets animated? I could start building another concept, because imagine like how much time would take us to, let's say, okay, but I don't really like one ingredient here, so let's regenerate it. And for me, it's not going to be as easy as going to one part, changing the prompt slightly, and regenerate the whole process, starting from the moment it has to be regenerated. So this is the beauty of vibe marketing, is basically you describing what you want to build, and naturally the process is delivering results that used to take us a lot of time before. I wanted to show, yeah.
Sorry, we have a question. Can you go back to the Spanish ad, because we have a question about the generation. So just to show in practice that you can have outputs and even write the prompts in any language and receive results in any language. It's not limited to English at all.
Absolutely. It's as easy as me connecting this image and asking translate to Japanese, or translate to Arabic, or translate to Polish. So it's pretty much working with every language possible. Of course, there could be some small changes in terms of, like, I don't know, one word could be not perfect enough. But what we're doing now is actually adding editor to it. So you will also be able to drag and drop like your logo, to change some text, to change the color, and then you'll get more flexibility in the images as well. And that's happening right now. We are now developing this. Let me show some other examples, because of course we built this live, but I want to present some of the examples that we have been building internally. This is another example of when we are taking as little as a website. So we have one website that is connected to another blog that is called Brand Guidelines. Then we are building target audience profiling for that brand. And finally, we are building creative concepts, as you will see here. In this workflow, we have generated like 6 concepts that were then transferred into actually Instagram ads with the visualizations also different ad sets, different generations. And this is one example, like how quickly you can build content. This is another Instagram example, but this is slightly more complex. Basically, once again, we are taking the website. We're also taking an Instagram profile to find some opportunities for the content. So let's say we want to find topics that we haven't posted yet. So in this process, we are looking for those topics. And actually, in this one, you'll see a content topic map where we've generated, this tool have generated 30 ideas about the topics for future Instagram. And not only Instagram, this is just an Instagram idea, but basically the whole calendar could be easily replicated for any different marketing channel. And finally, we have ads that are based on the topics we want to start building for the next strategy and for the Instagram. What else do we have? This is another idea for Nespresso. Here, we kind of first wanted to understand the brand. Then we started to generate some creative concepts, my moment, my creation. As you see, the way we are building concepts is nothing you will find in ChatGPT or Claude, because we kind of visualize this in form that almost look like a slide. Very soon you'll also be able to export this to PowerPoint and others. So this is a natural next step for us. But I wanted to highlight like how we are showing ideas. We're all marketers. We are visual people. We like to see things. We like to see connections between data and the concept. So this is why we build those whiteboards where you can basically really quickly connect any dots together. And finally, build assets like those ones here for Nespresso. I'm checking if I wanted to show some other examples. Maybe I don't think so. Yeah.
The apple looks good.
The Apple one, yes, you're right. Sorry about that. You spent some time for that, and I was about not to show it.
Yeah.
Wait a sec. Is this the one?
Yes. So, show how our tag product campaign.
Okay, so what we did here, and this is a new one, and this is something that we just experimented with. Based on the Apple.com and the AirTag website, it's not Apple.com, it's Apple.com/AirTag. We kind of wanted to understand the value proposition of this product. And then what we started to build, it was something that would be surprising, that would be different. And I think what happened here was the creative method, which was changing perspective, telling the story from the object's point of view. And that's basically what happened. Then we kind of started to understand the product, like what it's like. And then, once again, we used GPT image models to start building the creative assets based on one image. So first of all, we generated this as some sort of a key visual, a master design, you can call it also. And then we connected this. Let me show the generation, the connections here. Don't get scared by that, by the way, because the agents can connect it. You don't have to do this. But I just wanted to show to you like the data flows here. So using GPT-4o, we started to develop like square, horizontal, Instagram stories, and things like that. Even a landing page mockup. So it was actually here, a poster design or an Instagram feed design. It's just a matter of what you want to build. And also here, we've generated a lot of topic ideas with the topical map, problem awareness, stage Instagram copy. So this is something that you will be able to build for any product, not just for the products. It can also be built for services. It can be built for, pretty much any topic that you have in mind today, either for your own company or for your clients. Okay, so I guess that if you have any questions right now, we don't have a lot of time, then it will probably be the best moment to add this question. If you go to our website, Digital First AI, if you don't have an account yet, you can pretty much start using this for free.
Yes.
But Maria, you mentioned something about the discount that we have. Let me stop sharing so I can focus on you.
Yes, let's focus on the good stuff. After everything you show, like the use cases of the platform, this is just the beginning of everything that we can still build. And for you guys who have showed up today, we are offering a 20% discount. So I will be also sending you an email with a reminder of everything. But if you use this Vibe 20, it's shown right here in the bottom. As a coupon code, you can get 20% discount using Digital First AI, and it can work for everything, for creating content, strategy, email, copy, anything. So this is basically what we have to share with you today. Some very interesting use cases. I see that most of the questions have been answered. Uh, and just to mention again, we have people from all over the world here joining us. So Alfredo from Mexico, I see Julius, US, people I can see, recognize lots of you here. Thanks for joining us. And yes, the platform support any language. So even in the AI bot that we have just used in this use case, if you write in your own language, Spanish, Portuguese, you will receive answers in your own language. So we support every single language that you maybe speak or target.
Absolutely. Also, I saw some question about getting more templates added. This is our current priority because, first of all, we wanted to validate like this tool is ready for different use cases. Today, we can say that with full, let's say, we are ready in terms of like different use cases. But the agents, like we really advise to try the agentic process. So the agents will build templates for you. Of course, like ready to be made templates and ready to be used templates are getting added as we speak, actually. All those things that we have presented today will be added to the tool probably in the span of a few days. Also, all those whiteboards, we will send links to you so we can also check the prompts that I built. We'll also be able to check the whole processes, and we are going to share this with you.
Yes.
We are really open to hearing like how you will use this tool, how to make this better, how you build your own agentic processes. This is very important for us because we are adding new features every single week. So expect a lot of things coming. If you have ideas for integrations, if you have ideas for like how would you like to export from those whiteboards, also let us know because we brainstorm a lot with what has to be added. But this tool is ready for a lot of use cases. Of course, we're marketing experts, we're creatives, we're strategists people, we're copywriters, so we know how to build this. But it doesn't need to be only things like I showed today. There can be other use cases. So I'm very curious to see how you use this. We are going to have those webinars probably more, I think once or 2 weeks, maybe. And for the next webinars, we'll also like to see and hear something what you have already generated, but we are going to show some new ideas every time we meet. Yep. Are there any other questions, Maria? Can you check?
About the platform, no. For the other questions, for Kishore, and also workflows, it works exactly the same. Kishore, it's mentioning about personalized service we have that we built the workflows particular to your use case. This is another way of using the platform. So if you also want our team to study your business and build those workflows with prompts personalized to you, we can do this as well. It's another way of using the platform that you have personalized support, and our team always training you how to make the most of the platform.
Absolutely. In terms of like, there is one question about the limits and the usage limit. It depends on the plan. There are different ones, but once you are logged in the top left corner, you will see like how much credits do you have. We also have some plans that they don't have any limits in terms of AI tokens, but basically it depends on what kind of plan are you using, and this is how it's going to be different. But you can be sure that we are very generous in terms of like the credits. We don't want to limit your ideas. It's not the metric that we are trying to track. So if you are running out of credits, we want to hear that because it also tells us something. But I wouldn't matter too much about that right now. In terms of like the differences, just go to our website, digitalforceai/pricing. So you'll see all the differences that are there in terms of like the differences. Feel free to use the code that Maria shared, 520, if you want to use some of the paid plans, but also try to create your account if you don't have it already.
Exactly. So thanks for joining us today, guys. We see you probably in the next weeks with another webinar, another use case. So this is just the beginning. Wishing you all a good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Yep. Who knows?
Start vibing. I would say this is my biggest recommendation.
Let's keep vibing.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I want to try this one. Wait a sec.
Okay.
Yes. Now I tried it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate it.